we were suckered into buying some ducks.
Always.
You like the ducks, Jen?
They're adorable.
They're adorable. You go in there and they're just too stinking cute to pass up. Alright, y'all put the ducks in.
I want my baby duck. I want my baby duck. Alright.
Y'all put them out. We need to get them some water. Jen, don't burn yourself on the light, baby.
I don't want to put them in. They're so small. Here.
Put it in the box, baby.
I can't guess. They all look the same. Ow! That's an extra one. That's for Mama. That one's for Mama. They know where their water is. They're getting the water. I'm now just wondering where I'm going to put my baby chicks.
Okay, so we don't have much time today, but we're going to spend a little time getting some of this stuff out of these raised beds. So we've got this bed cleaned out. It's already done. But we've got just this stuff just really never, it's either done, finished, or some of the stuff just didn't make it. Really, this purple basil, just in case Miss Mac wants to get the seeds on it. Like these little tomatoes here, just didn't ever make. But these were just because we had extra. It wasn't that we actually needed them planted. Okay guys, so as you can see, the same thing with our actual gardens we do with our raised beds. We get all the residue out. Some of it we chop and drop if it's little stuff, but like tomatoes and all that, we pull up and we let it rest. We'll cover these up. We probably won't cover these with silage as much as we'll cover these with bark. And then that way they'll be resting like a true no-till garden. But we want them to rest because ultimately we need to plant more broccoli, more lettuces, and even as we get closer to early spring, looking at onions and things like that. So we've got to get this stuff out of the way to let these beds start healing up, and we'll put a little bit more compost in there. That way they'll be looking good. So we've got most of these beds cleaned out. You see here there's some little residue right here we need to get up. I left these purple basil so Ms. Mac can collect seeds off them because they're seeding. Same way with this basil here, this typical green basil. This is some old Echinacea root, sage, looks like parsley, I think. Some of this stuff is still growing, so we'll leave those there and let them play out their seasons there. This is some other basil we'll let go to seed. Some marigolds go to seed. And our strawberry bed, which we've got to come back. You see how some of the grasses come through? It's come through just because we didn't have time to let it rest like we did the garden. It rested, but not nearly as long. That shows that the longer you let a silage strip stay on a garden, the better quality you're going to have, and you don't have to worry about all that. So we're also going to do the same thing with these tomatoes. These tomatoes are still producing, but they're not producing enough to keep them on this bed. Now, in this case, we are going to chop and drop this compost tomato. So what we're going to do is take all these down, cut all these, and the silage tarp this back. This needs to rest. This is going to be a early spring lettuce bed. So we're going to let this compost better and chop it up real good, real fine. Put another layer of compost on there and literally make sure everything is covered. So we had some grass come up in this, and we need to get this healed. So we're not going to take everything up. We're going to let this be a good cover and a good buffer zone. Hopefully will help kind of keep the grass at bay. Then the silage tarp on top of that. But we got to get these tomato sticks up too. So we've got all the little beds that we were just talking about. We're working on these, and then one's right by the greenhouses. All right, that one is finished. We actually got it chop and dropped and covered. We still need to get about 2 or 3 more sticks to put on it, T-post, to make sure it holds on good. But I'm glad we got that done. I didn't think I was going to get the silage tarp on it tonight, but I'm done. Now we've got this bed over here cleaned out. Of course, all those. So it's just getting too late. The sun is setting. So we're going to wait on these 2 beds over here. So I've got the water going on the new greens bed, and we'll look at those. I actually have to, I need to check on our sweet potatoes too, but you see how these are still making? They look terrible because they're getting to the end of their season, those peppers, but they're still just tons of peppers. So we're gonna let these play out before we just take them up. I'm definitely not gonna finish today. It's starting to get real dark out here, so we got a good bit of sweet potatoes, probably 40 or 50, but it's not huge, but for us, that'd be okay. We have the potted sweet potatoes over here still too, and they're still looking good, so I don't want to harvest them yet, but these started dying, so I went on and got these out of the ground. So. Came from the ground.
No trees.
This is not awesome.
Good.
What are we eating?
Potato corn chowder. I used yesterday. I made dressing, so I had leftover cornbread from that.
Okay, so we're finishing our night. We're actually doing seeds up here at the big farm. We got the Ranger up here. We had I'm gonna promote this a little bit, especially in another video, because this thing has worked great. I bought this. I'll link this in our Amazon store, but this thing worked phenomenal. It really did. It really truly did. I was real pleased with it. It's the UTV spreader. It really did well, because we spread seed over all this. Now we came in and bush hogged all that. We did not disc it because it's got established grass. We just want better grass. So we came in and put bahia. Now it is not season for bahia to grow, but our goal is, if we have bahia rooting now, our ryegrass, when we throw ryegrass out in lime for the winter, that'll help it root and have a better spring. So that's our goal. I was very pleased with how it spread. We're just gonna put some lime and rye on it probably in the next few weeks, and we won't do that every season, but we're trying to really get grass established. Rye helps things rot in the ground, so all this old pine that was just kind of laid out here all the way across our hills here, it'll help rotten. And then also just that rye, we basically let it just grow into it and do a chop and drop at the end of the season, and it composts and makes great soil. So anyways, we finished up today. I had some great helpers with Eliza and Selah. Now it's time to go home, because it's been a long day, hasn't it?
How much hours was that?
A lot.
How much?
I don't know. No, not quite 6. All right, so from the big farm, you see the pines are growing good. We got this all looking good. We cleared out some more land. All the cows are off of it. They're over there on the other side. So it gave us time to really get this planted, and hopefully come back next week and plant the rye and put some lime on it too, and hope for a good winter grass to then turn around and make a great spring grass.
Happy homesteading, y'all.
Happy homesteading, y'all.